Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I haven't posted in a year and some months, and a lot of things have happened. The last time I posted was about the house that we built, and we did build the house and it came out really pretty, and we sold the house and now we're building a second house. But in between that time, I think I posted in that last video that I was pregnant again, so I had a fourth baby. And during that time when I had the baby, I was admitted to the hospital because my blood pressure was high, and so I made a video. I'll insert it. I made a video and I'll post it here of my feelings at that moment, explaining what had happened while I was at the hospital. My 3-year-old Matthew, my son Matthew, was admitted into the hospital, and he did get diagnosed with diabetes, and he has type 1, so he's gonna have it forever. And today is February 1st, and today he's been diagnosed for almost gonna be 3 months. In February 13th, he'll be 3 months that we are aware of his condition. And today was not a good day. Today his sugars were always like above 2. I got it down to hundreds or anything, and usually this last couple of days, because he's been on the Dexcom for 10 days, well, it's now been like 12 days he's been on the Dexcom, and because of that I've been able to bring him down and keep him down. But these last 2 days I have not been able to, and so today was like a really hard day for him because I had to do like correction doses, and that means I have to give him more shots. He is not on the pump. We do have the pump, but I haven't put him on the pump because I didn't want to attach him to a pump because he is very active. But I am gonna attach him to the pump and see if he'll be okay with it, but we'll see. I do want to get accustomed to the Dexcom, so I'll insert clips here of me being in the hospital with my 4th pregnancy, and then I'll insert clips of my son being also in the hospital, and we'll go from there. While I was in the hospital, we have other 3 kids. So we have 3 kids. So my mom stayed with my son Matthew at the hospital, and my husband stayed with our other 2. But during the day when my husband would work, my aunt stayed watching our 2 kids. And then my oldest, my 2 kids, which was Liam and my son Matthew. But it's confusing. My aunt was watching my son Liam, and then Matthew for a short period until, because I had my baby November 16th, which was a Tuesday morning, because I got induced on Monday, and in the video I confused the dates. I actually got induced Monday night. That's why I was confused. On the video I said I had the baby on Monday, but I had the baby on Tuesday. And my 3-year-old son was admitted on a Saturday, so he was in the hospital from Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then finally on Wednesday. So I had on Wednesday I got released, and then Thursday he was able to leave. So he was in the hospital for a good amount of time, and I went to go check the calendar, and yes, my baby was born November 16th, Tuesday, and then I left the hospital Wednesday with him and my aunt stayed watching my newborn while me and my mom switched places. So I went to the hospital to stay with Matthew, and she stayed watching my newborn over the night, and then my husband stayed watching our 18-month-old at the time and our 9-year-old. So I went to go stay at the hospital because they wouldn't release him to my mom, because my mom didn't learn how to do the injections, because there's a whole formula to do the injections. You have to know the blood sugar at the time of his food consumption so that you can correct it, and then you give him the shot. You give him, you include that, you add the carbs, you correct the blood sugar, and you add the carbs, and that's the amount of insulin that you give him. My mom didn't learn the formula, so they wouldn't release him to her. So I had to go to the hospital, of course, and I wanted to go. I hadn't seen him, and I wanted to go and see him, be with him, and it was pretty sad because at the hospital, I wanted to take my son Minx, and he wanted to get down and see his brother because he hadn't seen him. It almost had been like a week since, because he got admitted to the hospital Saturday night, and so it was already Wednesday, and then he hadn't seen him, So they told him that he couldn't go in there, and he just started crying, and then I started crying because my son was crying, and he's not able to see his brother, and he wanted to see his brother, and so then I had to go outside with my son to walk him to the car where my husband was waiting, so that she can, because my mom was going to go downstairs and watch the newborn, so my husband was going to give her the newborn and the diaper bag, because my husband doesn't know how to watch a baby. I'm pretty sure he would sleep through his cries, but I went upstairs and I stayed watching my 3-year-old, and I was in so much pain because they did so much stitches on me, and I did have blood clots forming, and I didn't tell the doctors, and I know that's very bad, but I really wanted to go and be with my son. And so being in the same position at the hospital, moving around with my son, because he was very active, still playing around. And we were playing the whole time that we were there, even though he had an IV port stuck to move the IV. They kept it on him while he was there, even though he wasn't getting fluids anymore. But so I went to go stay with my son. And we did the class. It's like a 3 or 4 hour class the next day, and then I brought him home, and I've been here, and I've been dealing with the diabetes, the newborn, and everything from that. But I'll go ahead and post some clips of that and my 3-year-old, and you guys can see him, and he is one of the, like, I didn't know, like, that he was as strong as he is. But my son Matthew is freaking strong. Like, I mean, he was able to handle the IV. He's able to take in the shots that I have to give him. I mean, he does get a cry sometimes, or yells, and he says, "Mama, that hurts," But as far as that, like, I'm able to prick his fingers and give him shots, and he doesn't, like, run away from me. But it does hurt him. I know it does. And sometimes the finger sticks, even though you're taking a blood sample, sometimes you have to take more than one finger poke because it's not enough blood, or the strip didn't catch, or whatever. He doesn't like bleed, like a heavy bleeder. So yeah, like my oldest son, he would have cried if it was him. Like, I would have such a hard time giving my oldest son Mason shots. But my son Matthew is, I think, like, so strong. And So I'll do this video to catch up on everything, and I'll include I'll make another video specifically about the house that we did and show you guys that house, and then show you guys my kids. But right now I'll show you guys what happened to my baby boy. And if you guys have similar situation where you have a child with an autoimmune disease, comment below. And or if you have a child with type 1 diabetes and you have words of encouragement, please leave them below. Sorry, my son's almost 4. My son Matthew is almost 4 this month on the 24th. So he's been wanting to go to Chuck E. Cheese. So I'll probably take him with my husband during the day when there's hardly any kids because of COVID. But he really wants to go there, so, and he deserves to go there. I think he deserves everything, to be honest. Like, I really have a hard time telling him no, he can't have this car or whatever. I buy him all the freaking toys that he wants because life is so cruel. And I'm very thankful that he doesn't have like cancer or something like that, because at least with type 1 diabetes he can live a normal life if he takes care of his sugars. But it's kind of hard to take care of them because later on I hear that it's going to be even harder to take care of the kids with blood sugars. I'll go ahead and include those clips here and show you guys my son. So I'll upload another video right after this one, showing about my son and the moments there at the hospital. And okay, thanks guys. So if you want, be sure to watch the next video, which will be what happened in real time at that moment when I found out about my son and what led up to it. So you guys can get like more of what was going on at that moment, because this is of course almost 3 months, and so you guys can see the emotion of that time period, because I was in a different state, was more emotional then because it was brand new and different. And then I'll include also about my newborn, and I'll show you guys him as well. But like I said, thanks for watching until this point. Please watch my next video. I'm gonna upload it right after this one, about my son and him, so you guys can see him and how beautiful he is. And I'm so thankful to have him, because he is so freaking strong and such, like, it's weird because I had told his doctor that he was my sweetest boy, and then this happened to him, you know, like, I can't believe it. Because I had told his pediatrician, not like, he had a doctor's visit, and I told him, you know, this one is my sweetest son, and I told him how wonderful he was, because he's always so polite. He's always saying thank you mom. I give him something, he's like, thank you, you're welcome. He's just so in love with me. He can't even be at my mom's house for like 2 hours because he already wants to come home to me. He can't sleep over there. He's just so sweet, and he didn't deserve this. And I don't think any child that gets any kind of disease deserves it, but like, he's mine, you know, so of course I'm gonna say he don't deserve it, but he really doesn't. Not him. But then I wouldn't want any of the other ones to get it either, so it makes it hard, you know. But I really, like, why not me? I mean, I'm not skinny, and I don't eat the healthiest. Like, why not me? Why did my son have to get it, you know? But whatever. Life is so unfair. But I'm gonna go ahead and upload this video, and thanks for watching until this point. And like I said, I'll upload another video soon after.